All right, we're going to look now at number 15. So number 15, suppose a group of school-age children is asked, I'll move this over, which of 3 ice cream flavors do you like the most? Vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry? Describe a bar graph of the responses that would have the least amount of variability. Also describe a bar graph that would have the most variability. So first, let's just review bar graphs real quick. So bar graphs are used for categorical data to measure, and we use 2 measures that we look at for categorical. We're gonna look at the center and we're gonna look at variability. So this center, we use the mode or the value that occurs most frequently. You can have like 2 of them, and that would be bimodal. So if 2 of them are tied for most frequent, we say it's a bimodal distribution. And then variability is really just like the diversity in the responses. So you're looking at, do most of my answers fall in one category? Then that would be what we call low variability. That's supposed to be low. And the second one there, I'm going to fix this real quick because I don't like how. So low, oops, low variability. And then if, real quick, low variability. And then if many of your observations are spread out over several categories, so like if you have them more like evenly distributed between them, then we would say it has high variability. So like if most people agree on something, that's what I was thinking about it. Like when I think about it, like if most people have an agreement, on a subject or on the flavor of ice cream, say, which actually I think it is. I think like there's this weird thing where I think most people like vanilla. I don't even think I know anybody likes vanilla. Just saying. But if most people agree, then that would be low variability. You could have a few people that like strawberry and chocolate, but if most people agree that chocolate's the best, then that would be it. But if you have like pretty evenly spread amongst them, then we would say that that would be high variability. And one thing to note, we'll use this later on, Pareto chart is a bar chart that's in order from most frequent to least frequent. So it's also used for categorical data. It's just a special way of arranging a bar graph. Now, for bar graphs versus histograms touch, and their bins have meaning with the data in order. Bar graphs order doesn't matter, and the widths and things don't have any meaning. So that's another difference. So let's go ahead and read the questions again. So we're thinking about, we have 3 responses. So we have chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. I am going to be a rebel. Like I said, I think it's vanilla, which I think is weird. I don't know. So if you have chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, right? And I'm actually going to write them in here yet. What I'm going to do is just put some spots on here for them. So I got my chocolate, I've got my vanilla. They should be the same width, Alicia. Vanilla, and then I've got my strawberry, right? Okay. So if we want least variability, so we said least variability is going to be when one response gets most. It doesn't have to be all, but it does need to be most. So, no, we're not doing vanilla. We're going to do chocolate because that's what actually, I do like strawberries. I'm actually better, but if you like chocolates, that used to be my favorite. So if most people say chocolate, right? But then maybe you have a few people like vanilla. Nobody likes vanilla chicken. And then some like strawberry. But you can see like most of your responses are here. I don't know. And so that would be a bar graph where they favored one particular flavor. So a bar graph with the least variability, we wanted which they flavored it. So for example, chocolate. So nope. And I just like to double check. So we're going to pick C for that. That looks good. Excellent. Now for the second part here, most variability. So that's what we said below. Most variability is going to be when you have lots of observations and lots of categories. So this would be an example of that first with low variability, right? Goodness. I'm trying to write on this without like hitting it. Let me move that over. Low. I need to write first, right? That's silly. Okay. So come over here. We have our low variability, and then let's do one with high variability. So we use a different color for that. Let's go with the nice teal color here. So for the high variability, we'll have like kind of the same thing. Not so big though, because I'm in the room. So that's gonna be my chocolate. That's gonna be my vanilla. That's gonna be my strawberry. Order really doesn't mean anything. I just made it up. So see that they are all, people like lots of them. Yay, vanilla still the least because vanilla, yeah, I'm joking. But when they all are relatively the same, because there's not a lot of variance or diversity in these answers, like people are kind of evenly split amongst them. So that would be high variability. So there's not a general agreement between them. So that is what we're looking for there. A bar graph with the most variability would be, okay, well, yeah, if they most variability with the same number, right? If these were actually even, that would be the most. So this one was actually most, not even high. So most is going to be where they're all exactly the same. Okay. All right. So again, that was question number 15 from the practice test. Where's the question identifier? It's 2.3-4.39. Okay. So if you're looking for that in the homework or on a quiz, that's where that would be.